Morning guys, it's the 9th of March, I'm Henry Green from London Trading Group and I'm just going to run through what we're looking for in the markets today. So Euro had a nice bearish close. It closed indecision bar at resistance is a really good sign that today will probably sell off. This often signals the top when it happens like this, but there's a couple of things that I don't particularly like about this one. Firstly is I do actually like the short side of this, and I think you probably had to go and take on the lower levels, the higher levels before we go any lower. So I mean, we're going to run into Thursday, so where is it going to be placed on Thursday? So that's what the big thing is. At the moment, we're currently holding quite nicely on this 185-day hourly moving average, which I had in, and it's kind of holding quite nicely. So we've had the first push up, we failed to kind of hit the D up there, but certainly the D I'm looking up towards 111. So if that's just an indecision candle and we do actually still have a break upwards, then 111 still becomes my target. I think this is just a bit muddled at the moment. I don't think it knows exactly the direction it wants to go in. There's no particularly good levels. You can have a look at this one. The only thing I could say is that if you fib this down here, we could be looking down to take these lows on down at 109.50. But apart from that, I don't really have an idea of where Euro is going. And probably with Thursday in mind, I'm not really that interested in playing it either way, because I think that that's going to be the driver of this. Maybe fingers crossed it breaks the range as a consequence. So let's hope that happens. As I said, I'm not completely sure of where Euro is going. It looked pretty bullish on the weekly close last week, but it doesn't look like it so far, especially not after yesterday's high test. So I'm just going to wait for that one at resistance, that 110.40, 110.25 area. It doesn't really like that. So let's just wait and see what happens with the Euro. I'm not really going to be playing that, I don't think, today. So cable, let's have a look at that one. Well, cable, again, is nicely on this level of support down here now. If we just zoom into the daily. Okay, so we've held quite nicely. This was quite a good area, this 142.60 area. We have hit that quite nicely. Let's bring the hourly up. Where are we? So we hit the D perfectly and it have come off since. So if we now go and make a new low, so below 141.50, then we can potentially start to be looking at the short side of this. I'm still not completely happy to be playing the shorts in this one. I've got this nice moving average that's come round. We are now holding on it down here. So this is down at, let me get you the exact price. This is the 105 hourly moving average that we held nicely on in this push down. Once touch, nicely held there as well. So you'd expect when it breaks, it holds again. So here it held quite nicely, and here again. So we could get a little blip lower, but ultimately I think that this is. I don't quite think it's run out of steam yet. So where have we pulled back to? We pulled back to 61.8. We're back down at 61.8 now. So if we rally there, we could potentially see this go to 144. However, my favourite play is if we get a little bit deeper. If we blip down to 141.50, I think a 143 is a really good target, and I'll definitely be looking to buy some should we get down to 141.50. So see if we've got any confluence when we get down there. But certainly 141.50 becomes quite a good buy zone for me. I don't think this market's ready to turn over quite just yet. We could just be going to go sideways potentially. I think it has one last push up, and I think that would then give you potentially the topping cable. So let's just wait and see what happens with that one. As I said, I'm not really favouring the short side of this one. I think that's where the risk is. Dollar yen, again, had quite a bearish day yesterday. I actually like this down to 111.30. I said potentially either way, and I think 111. Well, the first target's down at 111.70. I said potentially we could get down to sort of 112.50 area yesterday, and we did. It just looked a bit toppy up there at 114. Didn't look like it wanted to go any higher. So potentially, let's just see what happens with that one. Nice bearish close through support. So we just put this line in on the daily chart. Okay, so we kind of closed. Well, you could say we closed up intermediary support as well down at 112.40 area. So let's just see what happens with that one. As I said, I think it probably goes down. Maybe test the lows down at 112. So let's just see what happens down at 112. As I said, I got a D in at 111.80. So that could potentially be a good area to be looking to buy this back up again. But certainly it's just range bound at the moment. Nothing too interesting in dollar yen. I actually favour a rally up to 115. So let's see what happens with that one. Dollar CAD pullback day yesterday. Just a nice. Well, cleared a lot of people out yesterday, including me. I took a small stop out in that one as well. So wait to see what happens with that. We see whether we pull back again to maybe try this 8. I think that's a really good sell zone up at 135. What's that? 135.70. So just be careful in that one. Let's see what's doing. So we still haven't closed below this past market angle that I had in. So that was maybe the key. And as such, we've kind of come out and tested. We're at the 200 moving average at the moment, but we haven't really respected that in the past. There's no reason why I should respect it now. And let's see what happens with that one. As I said, looking for good areas to get into this. So if we just put the next fib level up, I mean, to this one, it's actually taken out the previous high as well. So let's see. So got that one into there. Pull back to 38. Okay, cool. So the next level up is 134.80. So we could see it maybe bounce up there just to test that. What's that? 134. Yeah, maybe 134.80 becomes a good initial sell zone for today. But other than that, I'm not really taking that unless it breaks through this pink line. And I think 131.80 is still a really good place to be in that. Aussie dollar formed this kind of head and shoulders, this kind of twisted head and shoulders, and it just false broke out. What was that? 3 or 4 hours ago. So just be careful of Aussie. I think it just does come off. We're talking about this in the office. It's at the D on the day, so maybe a pullback to 73. We really like. Makes sense as well that you get that pullback. So you've hit the 127, no pullback yet. The first easy trade is back down to 73.80. So see if you can catch that, and then through that, I think maybe it looks like 70 to 73 is the level that I wanted to be potentially back to being long in that. And just looking for short entries at the moment. So any sort of rally in the Aussie, I'll be looking to fade, and I'm going to be looking for good sell zones in that one. And the Kiwi finally, let's have a look at that one. So the Kiwi, as indecision day again, did that hit the D? No, it didn't quite reach the D. So we've kind of had that first push in the Kiwi, not really done anything, and then we've had a holding day bar, big sell off yesterday, and now we're just holding. So let's just see what this one's done. As this one's nearly pulled back perfectly. So the level I like was 67 as a potentially good buy zone. So I've got good support there. I've got good support. You run into a bit of a cluster down at 66.90 and 66.75. So that area I think is probably quite a good buy zone. Let's have a look on the hour. Yeah, I mean there's quite a lot in there, especially around here. This seems to be the level, 66.90. So if it gets down to there, I'll probably be looking to have a bit of Kiwi, I think, as well. And then let's just quickly do Euro Sterling as well. So Euro Sterling, rejection from the highs. This looks like it could be a head and shoulders. So if you just try and catch maybe the break below, if we look at it on the day, where could the head and shoulders take us? If we just put the if you just put the MPO in, let's get rid of that line now. Put the MPO in, that takes us down to 74.80. So if we just change this to Euro Sterling, 74.80. So we've had that nice rejection. I had it on my hours, just a retest of this line. So we have now come off. This was nice selling yesterday. It's just going sideways now. This looks like it's ready just to be sold again. So let's just wait and see what happens with that one. But as I said, 74.40. So we've got a long way down to go. Let's see what happens when it tests 77 again, and through that 76 I think is the next key level down. So a few things interesting to maybe potentially happening today, guys. As I said, click subscribe to never miss a trading update. Again, hope you found that useful, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Happy trading.